Hello everyone! Today's class is going to be a Vinyasa based gratitude flow. This is one that you can do from home with whatever you have. It doesn't require much. We're just kind of going back to the basics and applying our feelings of gratitude towards every pose and every move and breath that we give to this practice. So when you're ready, you can hop on your mat and we will get started. We're going to start in a cross-legged seat today. So when you get there, sitting up nice and tall, slightly tucking the tailbone, roll the shoulders back. Take your hands to your lap with your palms facing up to receive that good energy and to express gratitude right away from the start of our practice. Close down the eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Filling the lungs completely and exhaling, everything releases. And take this moment to continue deep breaths, now in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to that ocean sound. And as you fill your body with fresh air, I want you to imagine how wonderful it is that your body is capable of doing something as simple yet complex as breathing. Bringing your awareness to how the body feels when it fills with that fresh new air and how it feels when it completely releases that air to fully detoxify the body. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, I invite you to choose the intention, I am grateful. And you're welcome to keep the intention as is, or you can maybe even finish this sentence with something specific that you are grateful for today. Or maybe even a person, or an experience, or a place, something that brings you joy. Dedicate your practice to it today. Take one more deep breath in through the nose and let it all go out the mouth. Then gently open the eyes, come up onto your knees, just sitting back on your heels here. And we're going to sit up nice and tall with a neutral spine and then take a big inhale as you open the chest, pressing the heart forward and lifting your gaze. And then as you exhale, going in the opposite direction, pulling the belly and the spine towards the back of the room and tucking your chin in towards your chest. So we're kind of doing a seated cat and cow here. Continuing this inhale as you arch the spine, reaching back with your gaze, and then exhaling to really round everything under, just like a regular cat pose. Let's do this one more time here. Take a big inhale and exhale. As you inhale, come up to that neutral spine, open your knees wide, send your hips back onto your heels with your big toes touching, and reach the fingertips forward as far as you can to really melt the chest as close to the earth as you can. And just take a moment to continue that deep ocean breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And always allowing for cleansing exhales out the mouth when you need to. Taking a moment to notice how you feel in your body and in your mind. Take one more deep breath in through the nose and let it all go out the mouth. Then claw through your fingertips, tuck the toes under, and peel the hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. Knitting the lower ribs in, pressing the hips up towards the sky, even if that means keeping a soft bend in the knees. And maybe taking this moment to pedal out the feet, stretching one leg and then the other. Opening up the back of the legs while lengthening through the spine at the same time. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, gently walk your feet up to the top of your mat to meet your hands and then fold forward against your thighs. And it's okay if you can't meet your thighs with your torso. And it's also more than okay to bend your knees here. It's not really about flexibility, it's about releasing and letting go in the back. Connecting with the breath. Take a deep inhale here as you lift up to a halfway lift, lengthening the spine, straightening out the legs, pulling the shoulders back, and then exhaling to fold forward. Grounding through your feet, bend your knees, and sweep the arms up high to come to stand. Really reaching here, take a big inhale. And on your exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. And from here, see if you can bring your awareness to your thighs. Rather than simply engaging them, see if you can just gently lift the kneecaps to engage the thighs. And then maybe slightly tucking the tailbone, pulling the belly in towards the spine, and standing up tall as you roll the shoulders back. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, release your hands and fold against your thighs. Plant your palms, step one foot back and then the other to find a high plank. Shift forward on the toes and lower all the way down to your belly. Untucking your toes. Press your hands up into an upward facing dog. You're also welcome to take this a little bit more gently by just pressing the chest up away from the ground. But if you're fully up into an upward facing dog, maybe you're even lifting the thighs off the mat here, really engaging with straight legs. Take a deep inhale and then exhale to release back down to the floor. Tuck the toes and find your way back to your downward facing dog. Nice and slow here, making sure not to rush and listening to your body with every breath and every move. Come to stillness. Take a big inhale, shift forward on the heels, and then exhale, really drop the heels heavy here. Take another inhale, and then gently walk your feet up to your hands, and exhale to fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift, lengthening the spine, pulling the shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reaching up high as you stand tall, really reaching here. Exhale, folding completely, letting it all go. Plant your palms, find that high plank, and this time see if you can lower into your chaturanga and then transition into that upward facing dog. Take a big inhale. And exhale directly back into downward dog. Pedal it out. Deep cleansing breaths here. Finding movement that feels good for your body. And then come to stillness. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Walking your feet to the top of the mat. Finding your fold. Take a moment here to maybe sway a little side to side. Maybe straighten out one leg and the other. And then take a big inhale, finding that halfway lift. Knitting in the lower ribs. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach high to stand tall. And exhale, swan diving, sending the arms back behind you and folding forward. Plant the palms, find that high plank. And then lower down into your vinyasa. Finding that upward facing dog, take a big inhale. And exhale into that downward dog. Really starting to warm up the body here. Just notice where you're at, how you feel, and maybe take this moment to express gratitude for how capable your body is of moving just like this. Whenever you need to, your body is always ready to work for you. Take your big toes to touch here, and take a big inhale as you sweep your right leg up high. Really engaging the glutes here, and then square off the hips, pointing the toes towards the sky. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Dropping that right heel, take a big inhale to extend your left leg up high. Square off the hips, point the toes. Take a big inhale. And exhale, release. Back down, open the knees wide, and send your hips back onto your heels for a breath in child's pose. Lengthening just a bit more on each inhale, and then sinking deeper into the hips and hands as you exhale. Then inhale to claw through the fingertips, finding your way back to downward dog. Pedal out the feet, shining the chest towards the thighs. Let your exhale out the mouth. And then come to stillness. Bring those big toes to touch once again. Take a big inhale, sending your right leg up high. And then exhale, shifting forward, knee to nose, step it through to a high lunge. Take a big inhale here as you reach the arms up high, embracing the wobbles and finding your stability, squeezing the inner thighs to the midline. Continue to breathe. Take a few more cleansing breaths here. You're welcome to release your hands at your side, maybe even press on your upper thigh. Whatever you need. And then gently release your hands back down to the mat. Step your right leg back into that high plank and shift your toes into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose and the cleansing breath out the mouth. Taking your big toes to touch, really sink deep into the right heel and extend your left leg up high, pointing the toes, squaring the hips. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, shifting forward, sending the knee in towards your elbow and then stepping it through to that high lunge. Get solid with your foundation here, squaring off the hips and then maybe reaching up high. Take another inhale. And exhale out the mouth. continue that deep breathing, listening to the ocean sounds of your breath. Playing around with your movement here, maybe releasing your hands behind you. Maybe you're even making a mudra with your hands here. Whatever it is, playing around with it, enjoying this movement. And then let the hands go. Step into your high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Nice and slow here. Take a big inhale to press up to that upward facing dog. And then exhale back to downward dog. Pedal it out. Noticing where you are, how your body feels, and sending your breath to any areas that feel tension or just need some extra love today. Come to stillness and take another inhale here, your biggest one yet today. Exhale, walking the feet to the hands, find your fold. Inhale, find halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground through those feet. Reach the arms up high and come to stand. Take a big inhale. And exhale, bringing your hands together at your heart. Taking a moment to notice the warmth that you feel inside your body. Expressing gratitude for taking the time to show up for yourself today and feel the benefits of mindful movement. Your heart beating, your body working just for you. Take another deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And then gently release the hands at your sides and softly fold forward against your thighs here. Resting the head heavy. You can interlace the fingers behind the legs or maybe even behind your back to get a little arm stretch here. Continuing that deep breathing. And then letting go wherever you are. Planting your hands against the mat, stepping back into the high plank one last time. And then taking your vinyasa, or maybe even skipping it this time, and going straight into child. Or if you're up and down in upward facing dog with me here, take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, open the knees wide, send the hips back to a child's pose. And let it all out. Taking a moment to rest. And then press up to a table. Swing your legs around to come to sit. And from here, you can just take your legs out in front of you, extending them long, sitting up high on your sit bones. Reach the arms up high. And then as you exhale, maybe you're reaching for your toes or your ankles here, or anywhere that feels good for you. Remembering not to take the stretch too far past your limit. And it's okay if you have bent knees here. Letting go, taking this fold against your thighs, aiming for that length in the spine with every inhale, and maybe just deepening a little bit further into the stretch with every exhale. This is going to look different on every body, so find what feels good for yours. Breathing into the tight spaces. Imagining your breath softening those areas that feel uncomfortable or sore, and completely releasing them. And then take another inhale, reaching the arms up high, coming back up to sit. And exhale, release your hands. And then come to roll down onto your back. And hug the knees into your chest here. Maybe rocking a little side to side. And then drop your feet down to the mat. And from here you'll take your right ankle onto your left thigh, kind of at a 90-degree angle, opening up the knee here. And then once you have found that figure 4, you'll grab onto the back of your left thigh and hug the knees in. So this should feel really good on the glutes, on the hamstrings. You can rock a little side to side, just finding movement that feels good for you. I always find that it helps if I flex my feet here to really get the stretch activated. Really sinking deep into the stretch with every breath. Maybe closing the eyes. And then softly let go, taking your right foot back down to the mat and then switching sides. So here you'll take your left ankle to the top of your right thigh here, and then opening that left knee out to the side, flexing your feet. You can pull your right leg in towards your chest as your left knee presses open and away. Letting the shoulders relax. Notice any areas where you might be tensing or holding, and see if you can soften them. Taking those deep cleansing breaths, slowing down the body, then gently release your feet back down to the mat. Extend both legs up high to the sky and then bend them into a 90-degree angle, rolling onto that left hip and sending your legs over to the left side for a twist here. See if you can keep your right shoulder nailed against the ground here. Maybe even sending your gaze over your right shoulder to help keep both shoulders in line against the ground. This is so good for digestion and so good for the nervous system. Continue for just a few more breaths. Taking your time here. You can always hold each pose for longer if you need to. And then when you're ready, you can bring your legs back up through center, extending your feet up towards the sky. And then if you're by a wall like me, you might have to scoot over just a little bit so that you're able to do this next side. But then when you're ready, you'll bend your knees into that 90-degree angle, sending them over to the right side, rolling onto that right hip, and then sending your gaze over your left shoulder to keep both shoulders against the ground here. You can close down the eyes, completely letting go here. Allow your breath to really relax every limb in the body. Staying here for as long as you need to. And then when you're ready, gently rolling back onto your center. And then you can hug your knees into your chest one last time, maybe even hold on to the feet here, rolling up into a little ball. Taking the moment to express gratitude for your body, really actually giving yourself a hug because you deserve it and you are capable of this beautiful movement. And then gently release everything down to the mat. Extend your legs out long. Open the feet to wherever they fall comfortably and relax your hands at your side, your palms facing up. Take a deep inhale here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Closing the eyes, completely letting go for relaxation. Enjoying a moment of stillness. When we focus on gratitude more often, it brings more joy into our lives, and it actually brings about more and more opportunities and happy situations that we hope for. It's always once we express gratitude for what we currently have that more comes. More good comes our way, more light and energy and joy. So as you relax for just a few more moments, maybe make a short list in your mind of all the things you have to be grateful for today, or maybe just a few. Whether it's people or places or your job, your home. Maybe it's the weather today, or that thing you ate for breakfast. Or maybe it's simply the fact that you have this time to yourself right now. Or maybe you're expressing gratitude for your beautiful body that is able to move for you. Whatever it is, allowing your breath to fully absorb that gratitude. And you're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. But if you're ready to get moving again, you can start to wiggle the fingertips and toes. Maybe roll out the wrists and ankles. And then take a big inhale, reaching the arms up high overhead as you point the toes. Taking this full body stretch and taking a cleansing breath out the mouth. And then gently roll onto either side and take your time coming back up to a seat. Sitting up nice and tall, back in that cross-legged position that we started in today. Roll the shoulders back. Take your hands together at your heart. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a longer breath out the mouth. The light in me honors the light in you, and I am so grateful for you and proud of you for showing up today for yourself. I hope that you enjoyed it. Namaste. If you enjoyed this class, please feel free to share it with anyone who you think would enjoy it. And if you are able to like this video and subscribe, maybe even comment your feedback, it would mean the world to me, and it supports me more than you know. So I would really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.